I can't afford the groceries, I can't afford your gas. It's Biden inflation across the nation. 81 million votes my ass. Hey, 81 million votes my ass.
Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group. You are thebroker.com and Home Care Access. I'll try to be as fast as I can. As you can see, I'm back in my office. It's a rarity nowadays. Been busy, been swamped, got a lot of things going on. If you hear a lot of noise and calamity, it's because we got contractors out here. We're putting an in-ground swim spa. Got to take care of my wife. She's still making progress. She's making progress, but she's recovering from back surgery. So progress is progress nonetheless. We're going to take it, but it's just been slower than we anticipated. But got to take care of my wifey. God comes first, then your spouse, then your kids, then business. It just so happens business funds the whole show. So we got contractors out here, so if we hear a lot of noise, we got a house full of kids. We got my kitty's got play dates. Hey, it's the middle of the week, but that's the goal, man. Live every day like it's Saturday. So we got some cleaning ladies, so if we hear vacuuming, so possibilities are endless of what we're going to hear. So if we get interrupted, you'll know why. So the reason I want to put this together is I'm still celebrating, and I will for a while, at least all the way till we close. I put out in a newsletter yesterday. We have an agreement together. Going to be closing probably towards the end of next month on a $3.25 million business. It's a great business, great opportunity. The best part about it, besides the profitability of the business for my client provider, but also they were successful in their business because less than 20% of their business is from brokers. The 18 point something or other. Less than 20%. So of that percentage, I will let you guesstimate. I will let you draw your own conclusion. Who do you think ran that show? Do you think my client provider was being run roughshod over by the broker and just got caught in their hamster wheel and had to do everything the broker's way? Or do you think the broker was painfully selective, drove the train their way? I'll let you come to your own conclusion. But you don't get a business like that by chance. So excited for my people, my client providers. But let's take a look at this. So this came this morning. This is why I'm shooting this video. This is from one of my client providers. Love this dude. Talk about him all the time. Actually, talked about him in several different videos. He's in the communist state of Cali, and so this email he shared with me today. Typical nonsense, call the car. He's in a unique situation. He definitely is in a unique situation. So he's basically doing some of these low rent runs, but he's very targeted in what he's doing. We're definitely in a growth phase. But he sent me this because it's absolute. Because he knows, he sees it. He knows we've been together long enough. He sees the game. So let me share with you this email. I won't read the whole thing to you, but where I have it highlighted with the arrow and the red squares is things I want to focus in on. So good afternoon. We want to take a moment to update our contracted providers on the status of gurney volume across the entire contracted network over the last few months. Blah 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 blah. So we scroll down a few paragraphs and it says, "We understand this creates a very competitive landscape for you." Now think that thing through. We understand this creates a very competitive landscape for you. So what you, the broker, are doing, you're putting policies and procedures in place that don't necessarily make my life easier, don't make my job easier. You are making decisions that benefit you. The byproduct of that is you're making it tougher for me, you're making it more competitive. So more competitive means more competitors. It's just a fluffy way to say you're going to have more challenges. So just understand, coming out of the gate, the very beginning of the sentence, we understand, so they clearly know and they're intentional that whatever they're doing, whatever their policies and procedures are, the byproduct is, we understand that this creates a very competitive landscape for you. We are in the process of adjusting the way these standing orders are awarded. are awarded. This entire email, all of these different paragraphs, can be summarized by the next 4 words. Go to the next sentence. We plan to award. We plan to award. Folks, again, think this thing through. We understand this creates a very competitive landscape for you. So you're not coming out of the gate saying, hey, I'm going to make your life easier. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to help you with that. We're going to give you more of this. We're going to increase this. We're not doing that. We're going to make it more competitive for you. Then, the very next sentence, we plan to award. Now we're back to the old sharecropping. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. Whatever you give me, massa, I'll take. We plan to award. I'm sorry. We are not in business to just wait and see what you are generous, what you're kind enough to give us. No. We are in business to take and be successful. I know what some of you are saying, Joel, I can't believe you say that. There's too much male toxicity going on there. No, we're in business to be successful. The business we're going to close on now for 3.2 plus million with high margins of what, 38.5 and a low broker volume. How do you think we get to those numbers? Do you think we just sit back and wait? Do you think we put ourselves in a position where other people say, we understand this creates a very competitive landscape for you. We understand that this is going to create more challenges, more obstacles, more roadblocks you're going to have to navigate, that our decisions create a byproduct for you that you have to. And then, on top of that, it's what we decide to award to you. Folks, this is what brokers are saying in writing. Believe them. When they tell you on the phone, when they tell you in email, believe what they're saying. Now this is delish. We plan to award standing orders to providers who, 1, by comparing the number of years providers have been contracted. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people who've been in business for a long time and they're plateaued. If anything, they're regressing. Why? Because they hide behind a desk. They lost the motivation. They lost the hustle. So if I'm new to the industry, if I'm in business for 1, 2, 3 years and I got a lot of hustle in me, what? You're going to give it to someone who sits on their ASS behind their desk and they've been in business for 10 plus years doing nothing? Where's your equity and inclusion? Where's your equity and inclusion? Farce. All you virtue signaling knee benders. Farce. By comparing the numbers of years providers have been in... Sorry, we're not in business. I want to come out of the gates hustling. So I don't want something to be awarded. Oh, you're so kind. You're so generous. The landscape is challenging. You're going to award it to the old fat cat sitting over here hiding behind his desk for 10 years while I'm out hustling. Number 2, who demonstrates exceptional performance metrics as shown on the provider report card. Do you hear this? You're given a flippin' report card like you're a child. You're given a report card. Joel, I can't believe you're saying this. I'm not making this up. Call up your boy Kurt Tamongen or whatever his name is. Call him up. This is their words. This is the brokers. You're given a flippin' report card. Are you a child? My peeps who are going to be closing here on a $3.25 million business. You think we're going to entertain report cards? That's why all of you, the White Walkers, and you go to your White Walker advisors on Facebook, and they all brag about, I built a $1 million business in 5 minutes. I'm a $1 million business in 12 months. Because all you do is go to brokers. I don't care about your revenue. I don't care about your report card. Go the internet, like I mentioned before in previous videos and in my newsletters. Right now, so many people are going out of business right now because they're not sustainable, because they're doing crap like this. They're doing garbage like this. Absolute garbage. This is why they're going out of business. Just literally turn off the lights one day, hang out the keys, calling it quits, turning over the assets back to the bank, whatever. Because they get in bed with these brokers, they wait for their report card to get awarded to do well on their report card. And then these White Walker advisors brag about, my business, $1 million in 12 months. I've started 3 businesses. I've started 3 businesses for $500,000, $800,000. I built all these businesses. What happened to them? What happened to them? No one cares about how fast you build. Again, for how many times do I say you play the long game? You play it exceptionally wise, exceptionally smart, exceptionally hard. When I say hard, I'm talking you be very prudent, very, very prudent. You don't go after this type of nonsense. Who demonstrates exceptional performance metrics? Who's establishing the metrics? Who's defining the metrics? Oh, I gotta comply with their metrics, so I do well on the report card. Number 3, oh my goodness, this is the best. That utilize a dispatch platform which integrates with our system by API and webhooks. How many emails, how many videos? I mean, we have so many people who've sent us testimonials, emails, situations, predicaments. We've shared them before. Dude, when you use these people and you there's a reason why they reward you for using their systems, because they can control you, they can see everything. I mean, we just shared an email. The latest one, the latest hotbed is here in New York. You got MASS, M-A-S-S. They switched over, I think, in April 1st or something like that, where you got to be using either their system or one that's integrated with them so they could see everything. And once they did, we have multiple providers now who are just getting nickel and dime, and MASS is just shaving them down. Why'd you take this 10-mile route? That should have been a 7-mile route. You shouldn't have taken 10, you should have taken 7. Well, maybe they had to because of other transports, pickups, availability, drivers. When you use their systems, so think about it. You're using their systems, you're being awarded, you're waiting for them to award you trips. The lower ROI, you have to meet up with their metrics to look good on their report card, and you have to be awarded, you have to be using their platforms. Number 4, by rotation, when there are multiple providers. So let's go through this. The landscape is more competitive. You're going to award me trips. I can't just go get them and earn them and take them. So the landscape is more challenging. You're going to award me trips. It's all dependent on the years I've been in business. It depends upon the metrics. It depends on my report card. It depends on my report cards. Am I getting all A's and B's, Daddy? It depends on if you're using their dispatching platform so they can see and control everything you do. So if you do anything outside this broker, don't think they don't see it. Don't think they don't know. Don't think they don't see that you're doing other contract work if you're doing anything else. And number 4, by rotation. By rotation. I mean, think about this. You don't control anything, folks. So again, I'm still on cloud 9 and happy for my client providers. These guys do not get to 3.25 in a sale by doing nonsense like this. This continues. This is our prelim. Now think about this. So we just went through it all. Competitive landscape, waiting to be awarded, years you've been in business, exceptional performance metrics, report card, are you using their dispatching platform? Then you got to go through your rotation. Now they've just outlined all that. Now think about this one. This is our preliminary plan, and the final plan, if approved by our executive team, may be different once implemented. It's like, how do you live like this? How do you live like this? The goal is to make money, push it through your system, stack all those chips so you can live every day like it's flipping Saturday. How do you live like that when you're partnered with someone? This is our preliminary plan, and the final plan, if approved by our executive team, may be different once implemented. I mean, you're in control of nothing. You're in control of nothing. The deal that we're going to be closing on, that I keep talking about for 3.25, it's a win-win for both parties. It's a win-win for both parties. But you don't have a deal like that with nonsense like this. You don't have a deal like that if you are passive, if you're reactionary. This is why all of you White Walkers, you keep following these White Walker advisors online who brag about, oh, I built and sold 5 businesses. Oh, the first one was $500,000. Then I did one for $1 million in 12 months. The way you're doing that is with broker garbage like this, and there's a reason why you have 8, 10, 12, 15% margin. We got a 3.25 that we're going to close on here by the end of next month. And we're at 38.5% margin. Folks, don't believe me. Don't believe me. Fact check everything. Believe these clowns. And these are the type of people that when you go to their national conventions for accreditation and oh, we're happy to see you, Ralph. Join us in our breakout session, and you can get your lanyard. Actually, Turk Tom again, he's going to be the guest speaker for this breakout session. Folks, this is what you align for. And I'm sorry, man, life is just too short. Life is too short. You need to get a sense of urgency to build your business and build it the right way. You know, someone asked recently something to the effect of, what was it? How do I know when I need to hire Joel or use Joel or something along those lines? It's one of those things like there's so many different answers to that. And one of them is honestly, if you can't afford it, you need it. It's a catch-22, I know, but it's so true. Someone like this who's aligned with this and this is all you do day in and day out, I hope you have a clock running because you're going to be out of business. Your 8, 9, 10, 12% margin is not sustainable. You're not even you're barely even keeping up with, let's be honest, you're barely even keeping up with the rate of inflation. I mean, let's be honest. If you're at, well, I didn't even look today, but what's the rate of inflation for today? I mean, it's like if you're at 8% margin, like some of these brokers end up giving you, you're not even at the rate of inflation. I mean, you can't grow and scale like that. It's just absolute insanity. All right, folks, I'm going to cut this off here because I'm absolutely shocked and surprised we got through without interruption with the kitties. But hey, we're going to take it and stay tuned for more videos because I got a ton more stuff. I mean, I got a ton more stuff here that we could be going through, but we're not going to go through it today because I'm going to make this one fast. But folks, come on, play the game the right way. Empower yourself, not someone else who is going to observe you according to their metrics, and then they're going to read your report card. And then if their executive team, if they decide, and we don't know, and if you plan, then it's going to be rotation and how many years you've been in business. And then if you've been a good boy, good girl, then you might get awarded. F you, dude. F you. That's not how we build our business. Be very cautious. Discern who you are following advice from, because man, to say there's a lot of clowns out there is an absolute understatement. I know I ramble, but obviously I get passionate about this. Anyways, folks, I love you. Stay tuned for more. When you do, I'll see you at the top.
I can't afford the groceries. I can't afford your gas. It's bad inflation across the nation.